Welcome back to Operation Pixel. We're fighting Jessica.
Topic.
Topic?
Yeah, new topic.
Tropic.
Time to put those improv skills to work, bro.
I mean, I said tropic.
Oh, no, I thought... Okay.
Yeah,
Tropic
I converted
Thunder?
topic into tropic.
Tropic Thunder.
That was a weird
That movie gets better. That movie gets better every time I watch it.
I have not seen it since theaters, but I think about it so often. Like, not like so often, but like... Most
Every
movies
once in a while.
Like, I've watched a lot of movies, and most of the ones that I watch once, I'm just like, eh.
Yeah. That's
sometimes they stick
that's
with
happened
you.
to me. That's happened to me a couple times. Okay, the very first time I watched Pineapple Express, I'm like, this movie was dumb.
I still don't remember that one that well.
And then I watched it again. I'm like, oh, okay, this is funny.
It's
And
better
then
than
next time
some
I
of the
watched
movies,
it,
but
and then I watched it again, and every single time it gets funnier and funnier. And I think that's what Tropic Thunder does too. It might be one that you have to watch. Nah, you don't have to watch it with friends. Because I'll watch like Pineapple Express alone. And I'll just start cracking up at one point. Like that was so funny. And yeah, I think I gotta rewatch Tropic Thunder. Thanks for bringing that up.
That was exactly why I said tropic when you were trying to change the topic.
God, I remember the scene where it's like he tries to rescue that kid from like the North Korean village. He's like, "This kid gets me!" The kid bites him on the wrist. He's like, "Ah, screw you, kid!" Like chucks him off a cliff.
I don't remember that at all. I just remember like them being like a bunch of actors who went out into a war zone, and then like I think the helicopter blows up or something like that, and like, wow, that was good special effects.
No, it was the director is told he's got to get hardcore. He can't be like soft on these Hollywood actors. So he's like, "All right, you pansies, we're gonna go out here and act like it's real." And they get dropped off into like a paddy field, and then he steps on a mine, and the director explodes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Okay, I guess this is what we're filming now. That was some good effects, man, but man, that blood tastes real," or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's adopt our personas and, you know, let's act.
Yeah.
And was it Robert Downey Jr. that was a black guy?
Yeah, that was one of the most notorious things like
that's
in
hilarious.
modern days. Like, so here's the thing, right? I'm not the best person to talk about this because obviously, like, blackface is not gonna be offensive to me as a white person. But like, I feel like one of the problems with blackface is that it comes from like a racist place. Like, if you do the shoe polish, you're not doing anyone any favors, right? But like, it's rude, is what it is.
It was rude, but also,
like,
he was pulling off like 6 different disguises that he was like he had pasted onto his face.
No, but all I was gonna say is, in defense of that movie, I don't think it was coming from like a rude or racist place. Like, it's a weird thing to do in a movie. Like, if they had done it and it wasn't ironically, then it would have just been racist.
Yeah,
right?
No, it was
but they
totally
did it
ironic.
As part of the joke is that, like, look at how messed up this is.
Yeah, he got so into his character that he lives that. That was.
But yeah,
I honestly don't think that was offensive.
So, like I said, like,
then again, also coming from
also
coming from somebody who is also white.
But I feel like that's the thing, right? It's like part of any criminal thing is the intent, right?
And that's a straight up comedy movie.
Yeah, I don't think something is inherently like, it can be insensitive and rude for sure, but I don't think it's inherently racist.
From that point,
like it
kind of like the Interview.
God, it's so hard. I don't know how to put this into words, because like, this would be something that'd be so easy to make one mistake and say something I don't mean. It's a minefield.
Yeah, don't step on it and blow up.
Yeah.
Okay, disclaimer, no, nothing bad mean.
Yeah.
we don't mean anything terrible.
I will say that personally, I have never understood racism. Like, it doesn't make sense to judge people based on, like, the aspects of their birth by any means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't choose to be born, like, to a, you know, maybe middle-class-ish family of white people. Nobody chose to be born to a family of black people. Nobody chooses to be Asian. It's just who we are. And it doesn't, like, advantage... Like, intelligence-wise, right? Like, there's no difference between us as human beings. We're all made with the same brains and same bodies. There's some genetic differences along the way. But, like...
Some people might have, you know, they might have the ability to further their expansion of their mind, where others might not.
Yeah, but none of that is dependent at all on race or gender.
No,
and
not at
I think
all.
it's ridiculous that people put so much emphasis on that.
Color of the skin.
I mean, just any of it. Because, like... It's really what you do with it, right?
Yeah.
Oops. My, hand is not very good right now. But yeah, man, I don't know. Because, like, the thing is, right, I've had this question, and this is going to be an open question, right, because I don't know the answer to it. This is something that would be better to ask, you know, people, like, African Americans or, you know, whoever else, black people, anyone who cares, right, who has a perspective on such things.
And actually watches our shit.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know what the answer to this is. I'm curious. So here's the hypothetical. Let's say my favorite character in all of Star Wars was Mace Windu. Mace Windu is awesome. Alright?
No doubt. I agree.
So if I wanted to be Mace Windu for Halloween, right, is that a complete no-go? Just don't do it. Is that, like, the thing is, if someone did blackface Mace Windu, right, because they thought he was awesome, like, I don't think that's coming from a racist place, right? You're doing it to represent the character as best as you can.
Okay. I think,
you obviously wouldn't do the shoe polish one, but, like...
No, but I'm talking, like, if you had, like, the mask of Mace Windu,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be okay, but if you, like, painted yourself up, like, with the full, like, actual stereotypical blackface kind of thing, like, full lips, and that would be more racist than anything.
So that's what
But,
I'm
like,
saying.
if you're just wearing the mask, I think you're okay.
So yeah, that's all I was saying, is that I don't really know where the line is drawn there. Because it's done completely out of respect and love for the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like, you can do a whitewashed Mace Windu, but that seems bad. You could do a blackface Mace Windu, but that has some problems. Or you could just not do Mace Windu at all, which, you know, is the safest option. But then you also don't represent your favorite character.
I kind of think that you're misunderstanding the term blackface.
There's a lot of variants to blackface, right? Because there is like the version that is like the shoe polish on the skin, and that is inexcusable.
Yeah, like the straight up stereotypical, you know, like the big mouth and the
So
yeah,
like again, going back to Tropic Thunder, right?
Back before like when Disney would make blackface characters.
Yeah, like that is inexcusable.
Yeah,
like something like what we talked about Robert Downey Jr. did, right? Where he had like they at least tried to make him look like a reasonable skin tone for someone of that race.
Yeah.
Right?
Like but like I was saying before, it was also compiled on like 3 other characters that he was trying to
Yeah. It was
emulate.
A big joke.
It was comedy. It was a comedy.
Yeah, it's totally comedy. But that's what I'm saying is I don't know the right answer there, right? Like obviously you would not do the shoe polish blackface. Like that's just straight up racist. But like I don't know, I'm just sort of curious, you know, if a white guy really likes Mace Windu.
To wear the mask of Mace Windu, I think you're okay.
Maybe. I don't know. That's why I'm curious. I would not propose a right answer to that question because it might even just depend on like the era, right? It could be like right now that'd be very distasteful. 20 years ago it might have been very distasteful.
Well, yeah,
it could be that
20
100 years from now,
people,
no one will care anymore. People will be like, all right, blacks and whites and Asians are all finally treated equally. Now nobody cares.
Everybody's so integrated, and like we're all one species now.
It's
like
such a dangerous conversation to have, though, because it could even be that someone took what I just said offensively, and I didn't mean it that way. I would much rather learn than like if something's wrong with that, let me know. I don't want to be that guy. But I don't know, man. What's going on here? Oh, he's a defender.
You go down the rabbit hole, but that might be a good place to halt that conversation.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't know. It's just something.
I mean, we're playing Pokemon.
I'm just curious where the line is. Not that I want to push the line or cross the line, but like, I'm just curious how people feel about that, right?
No, I mean, we could
because
go
again,
off
like
all
as a white guy,
tangents.
it's really hard to figure out like, to know exactly like what people get upset by.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. To be clear, I have never dressed up as Mace Windu, and I don't plan to. I was just curious that if you deeply respected a character, what the most appropriate way to represent them would be in that sort of situation.
What if it was a character from the opposite sex?
Oh man, people do cross-dressing all the time.
I know. Why is that okay, but like dressing up as somebody from an opposite race, not?
Well, I don't know. I think it's usually when you cross-dress, it's either like it's usually not offensive, right? First of all.
I mean, I think it was like 50 years ago.
Maybe.
Like that was like looked down upon to like dress and drag.
Well, I think there's definitely like a level of misunderstanding. Like I still personally don't think drag looks good. I don't see the appeal.
No, I don't think. But I know, like, yeah, I'm not.
Like, I'm not gonna say you can't do it. Like, people can do what they want. If that's your passion, whatever. Do what you want, man. Do what makes you feel good.
I guess. But I guess cross-dressing and drag is two different things.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
I mean, what's weird to me is like the thing where it's like women can't wear pants. Gotta be skirts.
No,
and dresses.
yeah.
It's like that's
skirts
silly.
Don't have pockets. Let women wear jeans.
Dude,
good God.
I've heard from several women that their jeans don't even have pockets. Like, they have, like, a line that looks like a pocket, but it's, like, an inch deep and you can't put anything in it.
I've seen that. Like, I saw one picture of, like, a woman's pocket. It could not fit, like, a Game Boy Advance, and a man's pocket fit an entire Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that doesn't make sense!
Yeah.
I mean...
I don't get it either. Like, they're just putting pockets in for style at that point. Give the women some goddamn pockets!
Get them some pockets. Let them carry their change. Let them carry, if they can carry a wallet, they don't need a purse.
It's so goddamn dumb.
Or if they have, like, a pocket big enough, they can fit everything in there like I do. God, I could fit half my tool belt in my freaking pockets, dude.
Yeah, dude, pockets are great.
My tool belt's like 20 pounds.
I really don't understand why they get gypped in pockets. It's nonsense. Total nonsense.
I'm not even paying attention to this thing. I'm too focused on racism.
Dude, we're talking
about
like real controversial issues here. This is going to be a very dangerous episode to put up.
No offense at all if anybody takes this. No, we're just talking.
So I will say that going back to cross-dressing a little bit, because I know, like, you know, there's Notorious is like Sailor Moon, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, like are you talking about like the buff Sailor Moon kind of cosplays,
or like just big like, fat guys in Sailor Moon cosplays?
Yeah,
and like it's funny, right? I don't think I've heard anyone call it offensive.
I honestly think it's kind of gross, but like you know what?
But it's
I'm not gonna judge you. I mean, if that was the show that you liked, and you're gonna dress and you're gonna work it, you got the gut hanging out over, like, and you're gonna go out in public wearing that.
I mean,
power to you.
I honestly assumed they were just making a joke, right?
Who knows?
People who want to do something funny, which, you know, also is maybe okay. And yeah, I don't really have a problem with cross-dressing, I feel like. I'm trying to think of any situation where cross-dressing would be... Like, if you were at, like, a funeral or something, maybe. Like...
No, I'm, like, the times that I see cross-dressing most is probably in cons.
Yeah. Like, I think if it's...
Cosplay.
Yeah, I think if you're just cosplaying, like, you know... I mean, the thing is that a lot of things aren't acceptable at a funeral, right? And even their cross-dressing probably wouldn't be the worst offense. You know what I mean?
Pretty much anything not in black is pretty much not okay at a funeral.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, let's not bring up funerals. That's a dark point.
Yeah. I mean, I was just trying to think of, like, places where cross-dressing wouldn't be okay.
Yeah,
or where I would find it, like, potentially distasteful or offensive.
Yeah, you're trying to be funny at, like, a funeral by dressing as...
Yeah. Like, no.
Yeah, that's...
Like, here's the thing, though.
No, it's
if for some reason you were cross-dressing at a funeral, like, it could probably be frowned upon, unless you have, like, you know,
unless
very
maybe
open family, or, you know, like...
Or the deceased was a comedian who wanted that.
Or there's a transitioning thing going on, like, gender identity. I don't know anything about that.
Or, like,
so
in his will, I want Arnold Schwarzenegger to show up in lederhosen and a blonde wig, carrying like a stein of beer, and he says in his most deep voice, like, "Who wants a refill?" That's fine, if that happens.
Yeah, no, if it was a special request or something, sure. No, I just meant, like, there's times, but, like, there's still a certain, like, atmosphere that you have to respect.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Alright, so I think I took out all the fighting gym people, so now I can go fight Mitch.
You're going to take on Mitch.
I don't know. I am really worried that I'm gonna get flagged for this episode for some reason or another.
I did not mean to bring it up like that.
No, me neither. Like, again, no offense meant. If offense was caused, let me know. I'd be happy to expand my perspective.
There's a trainers.
Yep.
There's Jessica, Mike, and Chris.
Yep. They'll move back after I beat them up.
How are we doing on time?
Let me check. Just want to save real quick. Let's see.
Wow. I just started off with, we need a new topic. You said tropic. And we went off.
Yeah, that's a weird direction, too. Yikes. Let's see. I do want to duel Mitch.
Oh, we got time?
Come on, show me what you've got.
We got that? Alright, let's do this. Let's keep this ball
we got
rolling.
About 10 minutes left for this one.
Alright.
Oh,
yeah, that's the face that I saw on Bulbapedia.
Man, he looks weird. His eyes are so
far apart. He does! I know!
They're so far apart.
And his hair, he looks like a hedgehog. God, what's on his ears? He looks like he has airplane wings.
There's a boxing ring behind him.
Oh.
Let's see.
He got a drone park on his ears, dude.
So I got no psychic energy, so I can't start with Ghastly. I guess we'll start with Machop. Sort of a throwaway Pokemon while I charge up my bench. Alright,
I won't go off on a tangent, because this is our trainer battle.
Yeah. I mean, though, that's part of what our show is about.
Yeah, I kind of think we have the most fun when we just go off.
Yeah, the only problem is if I get too distracted with the conversation, it slows down how I play the game.
Yeah,
and this is I'm trying to sit here and think about, like, build, energy removal, energy search. There's several times where I used the thing and I'm like, what am I doing right now? Oh, I'm using an energy search.
Yeah, it's a little bit different when you're playing like an RPG and you just have to like, okay, this one does more damage. Mm-hmm. All right, let's keep talking about this nonsense that we were just talking about.
Yep.
So, but I mean, you beat all the mid characters, so I won't do it this time.
Mm-hmm.
This is the gym leader.
Alright, I guess a win. That'll help later, maybe. Except I got this Professor Oak I want to use.
Hungry.
You're hungry?
I'm hungry. I'm getting hungry, yeah.
Cool. Me too. We are playing in the middle of the afternoon, getting towards dinner
Yeah,
time
it's like
here.
almost 5 o'clock now.
Gonna have to eat sooner or later. Man, when I said tropic, I assumed it was gonna go off into, like, Hawaii type stuff, or... world travel.
Not
or...
racism, Tropic Thunder kind of thing.
Yeah. Yikes. Although I will say, I think it's still valuable to have the conversation. Right? If people are too afraid to, like, voice an opinion and then get the feedback and, like, learn and grow from it, like, nobody's gonna change. Does that make sense?
That's good point.
Like, it makes me uncomfortable to talk about it, because someone might view it differently than how I meant it.
I mean, that's the internet, dude.
But, I mean, yeah, but, like, the thing is that if I never talk to anyone about it, then I'm just secretly holding that opinion for decades, potentially, hoping that I'm not wrong, or not offending anyone. Secretly.
Somebody might, like, tirade you about it, but then you'll be like, okay, I learned something. People don't like me talking about that.
Yeah, I would absolutely prefer to know what's wrong with all those statements than... I don't know. I mean, again, I didn't mean anything bad. Oh, God.
No, me
Anyways,
neither.
Back to tropics.
For sure.
Hawaii. Have you ever been to Hawaii?
I have not. I was... my parents want to bring me next year.
Oh, yeah?
But, yeah, we had a whole thing about their... Like, we were gonna go last year.
I should have used energy removal on that guy.
We were gonna go last year, but then, you know, COVID happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to cancel... the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, yeah.
this year was canceled, and we got it planned for next year. But my brother from another mother just invited me on a trip to Japan.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
Next
It might have
year.
been earlier this series, even.
Yeah. Okay, throwback to that.
Yeah.
Dating on how long we've done between episodes.
Yeah. I mean... It takes us a while to record these. We don't have all the time in the world.
No, we don't make a living off this, so we gotta do it when we actually have time. So yeah, like, I gotta choose between Hawaii or Japan next year.
Ooh.
I'm going with Japan, man.
Yeah, I will say that traveling with friends sounds like a little more fun than traveling with family, too. Like, family's fine.
No, I got nothing against my family. I would love to go to Hawaii.
But yeah, and Hawaii sounds good.
Japan is on my freaking bucket list, bro.
But I feel like there's also, like, a certain attitude you have when you're with your family that's different than the attitude you have with your friends. You know what I mean?
Not... Yeah, I do know, but that's not what made my decision.
No, absolutely. That's not what I was meaning, though. Like, the thing is that Hawaii with your family also sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Oh, it does. It does.
Absolutely.
And my mom, like, yeah, she's like, oh, you would love the food. You would love it. And, like, I know I would. I would definitely love it. But I've wanted to visit Japan since I was, like, 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the earliest that I've, like, that's when I started getting into, no, probably earlier. Like, once Pokemon started getting big. And I was like, oh, where did this come from? And then, yeah, I found out about Japan, and then I started getting into the manga, and then, like, the anime and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started finding about, like, the history of Japan, and, like, all the culture they have there. I'm like, this place sounds awesome! And, yeah, I was thinking about at like, grade 6, grade 5.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a time in, like, middle school. I forget when exactly. There was a time where I just suddenly had, like, this craving to watch anime. And so we just went out, and my mom was nice enough to buy me, like, I got, like, a DVD set or something of, like, what was a DVD set? I can't even remember anymore. But I got Robotech. Except at the time, I was still on the fence about robots. I sort of enjoyed, like, some of the Gundam stuff I'd seen. I know Robotech probably isn't your cup of tea. Especially, like, the modern Robotech stuff, I can't stand.
No, yeah, I know the retro one.
Yeah, the retro one's pretty good. The original series.
Yeah, I'm not big on mech stuff. Like, the only mech one I watched was, like, Gurren Lagann. But, like, yeah, like, Gundam and Robotech, not really into it. But I can get the appeal.
Yeah.
What was the first series? Okay, manga series that you ever really got into?
That's a tough one. Because I was never really much of a manga guy personally. I read quite a bit of manga, but it was always after, like, you know, I watched Naruto, and then once I caught up with Naruto, I was like, oh, I gotta read the manga, so I know it's, you know... Like, I wanted to keep going, right?
Yeah.
And the anime was too slow. Same thing happened with Bleach.
I was actually more into the manga than I was, like, the anime.
Yeah,
myself.
I know you did a lot of manga growing up. God. What do I do here?
Alright, what's the first, like, anime that you really got into? How about that?
Zoids, probably.
Oh, I forgot about Zoids!
Zoids was a good one. Chaotic Century, specifically.
I
think at the time I'd probably seen...
the one with Zeke, the little baby Tyrannosaurus one, right?
What was the other one that I'd seen?
Yeah!
Because the other one was, like, much more accessible.
That one was more like a Colosseum battle between Zoids, right?
Yeah, and I didn't like that one as much, or the characters as much. It was fine. But, like, that one was on Toonami. The Chaotic Century, like, I think it was on at, like, 6 in the morning. And the only reason I caught it is because my mom was VHS taping a lot of stuff for us at the time. And when she saw Zoids on the schedule, she's like, oh, I'll just record that for the for the boys. And so then I suddenly had, like, VHS tapes of Chaotic Century that aired at a time that no reasonable human being would ever be up to watch it.
Yes.
And it was so good.
Yes. It was. That was a good series. Well, actually, I think I remember that Hearing Zoids is going to start getting, like, rebooted. Like, they're thinking about, or if they... are they starting a new one, like, now, or...
I don't know, I feel like I heard something about that, too. I think... Yeah, because I think when I had... I think he went by Argrant on the show. We did a Zoids game. And I think he was telling me about some new Zoid stuff.
Battle Legends?
Maybe? Oh yeah, he showed up for the game Battle Legends, but there was a new series on the way. And I think we both took a look at the trailer and like, ooh, that doesn't look very good.
No, I'm talking about one that was, like, released within the last year.
It might be that one, just because we did that episode recording years ago.
Mine definitely was Pokemon.
Oh, well, yeah, if we're including Pokemon, I feel like Pokemon's too much of an easy answer. Right.
Okay,
Like,
if it wasn't Pokemon, yeah, I guess I'll chuck that up to Saturday morning cartoons.
yeah, pretty much everyone watched freaking Pokemon at the time. Because then I could have also said, like, Digimon. I was pretty big in Digimon for a few seasons when it first started.
Okay. The first series that I watched, like, I got really hooked on, and watched from beginning to end, and I actually pirated a couple episodes, just so I could finish it, was Blood Plus.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that one.
Yes, it was the anime series sequel to the film Blood the Last Vampire. And yeah, that's the first one that I really got into. And yeah, I would go online every Friday and download illegally the episode so I could watch it.
Whoa, don't admit that on air. I honestly don't know necessarily how they would deal with that, right? Because that's...
Pirate Bay is long gone. That's where I downloaded it, so whatever.
That's all well and good, but I mean, like...
I bought the series
but
since
that's the thing, like... Man, when you're a kid, you don't understand.
No. I mean, okay, I did download it, but I've also bought the series. I have season 1 and 2. I have it on DVD. I paid for it. I bought it. It's now worth like $500.
Wow.
Yeah. which I bought. But yeah, I downloaded it when it first came out just so I could watch it because anime was still like coming along in the US. Like it wasn't as popular as it is now. So like I wanted to watch this series, and so yeah, I downloaded it and then I bought it also after downloading it. So I paid it, I bought it, but yeah, Blood Plus was my big one.
God, we probably went over on time, didn't we?
Quite possibly. You said we
yeah,
had
a
10
little
minutes.
bit. No, we're actually pretty good stopping time. So I'm gonna think about this for a second, because I need some time to like seriously consider my options right now. This Hitmonlee keeps kicking my benched Pokemon, and it's gonna take me a couple more turns to kill it. I have a Gust of Wind, and I'm debating whether or not to use it. Because I could swap him to someone else, buy myself a little bit of time, but is that really worth it? Because I could just kill the Hitmonlee in a couple turns. I don't know.
If you enjoyed this controversial episode, let us know in the comments.
Half of it was controversial, and half of it was talking about cool anime. Like,
No, I'm like for real though. Like, if this was bad, let us know.
yeah,
we have
no,
no
yeah.
idea.
I would love to know people's opinions. Like, you know, let's have a constructive conversation. Let's try to keep it civil, everybody.
No, if this was offensive, let us know. We'll never do it again. If not, let us know. We have no idea.
I don't know.
We're too.
I just
we're
honestly
two
be
white
curious to hear
nerds.
people's opinions. It's nice to add to the conversation, right?
Yeah.
In a way that's respectful, open-minded. Come to a better conclusion. I don't know.
Literally just two dudes talking to each other at this point.
Yeah, what the show is. Anyways, we'll see you next time.
Okay.